Where are you? I just realized I didn't see your mother either.
I'm out to see the ballet with Mom today. We'll have dinner after and then go home. There's a popular French restaurant nearby that I wanted to visit.
What? Just the two of you?
Yeah, you don't have time to go see the ballet, because you're the one that has to take care of that old man.
But you could have at least said something.
What are you going to do even if I tell you? You're staying home with the old man anyway.
Please don't call your father old man. I feel sorry for him.
The name old man is enough for that guy.
Why are you and your mother so cold on him?
Because he's always been a timid, unreliable man. It's just so pathetic to watch. And on top of that, he's now disabled and needs nursing care. I'm just hoping he'll be gone soon.
It wasn't his fault that he became disabled. Don't blame your father. He's just ill.
You're always defending that old man, aren't you? Do you feel a bond with other useless people? Pathetic.
Useless people?
He's just baggage and you're sterile. You can't even get pregnant. Give me back my hopes and dreams.
I'm sorry.
I must have married the wrong person because we've been married for 5 years and we can't have kids. The only thing a useless wife like you can do is take care of the old man.
I have never disliked being his caretaker. Your father was always kind to me.
The only reason the old man is nice to you is that he wants your company. There was no one in this house on his side. He probably feels a connection with you, another useless human.
I pity your father.
Huh?
You and your mother go see the ballet. The money you spend on eating out is your father's money, right?
The only thing he has going for him is money. Well, he's not the only one who earned the fortune of this house.
Stop saying that.
That old man, even that one, was born into a rich family. He's got nothing but money. The old man can't even shop for himself anyway. We're just making the most of it. It's our right as family.
Your father may be physically handicapped, but he's clear in the head. I'm sure he's very sad that you and your mother are treating him so coldly.
I don't care. I just wish that baggage would be gone soon. I forgot to mention, I'll be traveling abroad from tomorrow.
What? Overseas? That's so sudden.
I've been planning this for a while. I just didn't tell you. We're traveling on a luxury cruise.
Oh yeah? But what about your father?
He has you. It's just me and my mom going.
What about me? You guys are leaving me and your father behind?
Of course. How can we take someone like him on a trip? He's going to need someone to take care of him.
You're leaving me behind.
We can't just leave the old man alone. If something goes wrong, it'll be on us. Besides, I'd rather travel alone with my mom. It's no fun when you're in the way.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about you and the old man.
It's just the two of you again, in the lap of luxury. And how much does a luxury cruise cost?
I haven't been abroad for a while, so I wanted to go. I want to show my mom the beautiful scenery of Europe. The cost was a bit out there, but I can afford it.
You paid for it with your father's money.
The old man's fortune will be ours in the near future anyway. What we do with it is our business. I'll buy you a souvenir if I feel like it.
Even though your father hasn't been feeling well lately, how can you travel by yourselves?
It's probably just a cold or something. Besides, it's none of my business what happens to the old man.
You and your mother are too cold and selfish.
Huh? Do you have a problem with me?
I have nothing but complaints. What did your father and I ever do to you? How can you guys be so selfish?
You're so cocky, aren't you? You're just a housewife. I could kick you out of my house if I wanted to. But if that happens, you'll be left penniless and on the street.
If he heard about this, I'm sure your father would get angry.
I don't care. He can't do anything with that body even if he gets angry. If that old man ever messes with me or mom, I'm gonna get even with him. I'm gonna beat him well.
You really are a terrible person.
Hey, you home? I'm coming home now, so get the food ready. I miss American food. European food was great, but it's just not the same.
Welcome back. You finally returned.
Oh, I forgot to get you guys a souvenir. Well, that's okay, right?
Where are you now?
I just took a cab from the nearest station. I'll be home soon. Hurry up and cook. I'm so hungry.
Again, you contact me out of the blue like that?
I want tomato soup and baked potatoes for dinner. And maybe some grilled steak. I want to eat freshly cooked bread, too.
2 months away from home. Don't you care how we're doing? Your father's condition and stuff? Don't you have something to say before requesting a whole dinner menu?
Huh? I don't care about his condition. I'm tired. Get ready and cook. Quick. I'm gonna be home before you can stop blabbing.
You're still a hopeless case, aren't you? No wonder your father abandoned you.
You better watch your mouth. You think you're the master of the house now because we've been gone for 2 months?
Whatever. I was just stating a fact.
Hey, what happened to the house? Where are you and the old man? Why is the house gone? Why is the land being cleared?
You should have seen this coming. That's what happens when you take things too far.
What are you talking about? What happened?
I warned you, didn't I? I said even if your father would be angry, didn't I?
So, explain to me what's going on. Mama's just sitting here in shock. Did the old man do this?
We tore down the house and sold the land.
Huh? Are you kidding?
It wasn't me, it was your father. Oh, and that's not all. He changed all of his assets into money, like cars, etc.
What on earth is that old man doing?
Shortly after you guys left, your father contacted his realtor, lawyer, and accountant. A week later, we moved all our stuff out of the house. The demolition happened so fast, I was surprised too.
Where are you now?
I'm staying at my parents' house for now. Your father paid for my flight and all the money to move out of the house.
How dare you do this? Who told you it was okay to do this?
I told you, your father made the decision. And we're getting a divorce too. I'm sorry you're tired from your trip, but I'm sure you'll be able to handle that too.
You don't get to decide on your own.
It's because you went on a trip without asking me. I'll make sure the process is handled through a divorce attorney. Your father paid for my legal fees, so that helped.
That feeble old man? He seriously did all this just to corner us? But still, I can't believe he demolished the house. He's nuts.
You guys really made your father angry. Also, he did this for me too. He said he would punish you for me.
And he paid your legal fees? He even paid for your move?
He said if I were getting a divorce, he would work with me to make it as favorable to me as possible. Like the property division and stuff. Also, your father is divorcing your mother. He said he had nothing to do with her anymore.
Think of how my mom would feel. What is she supposed to do if she gets divorced at her age?
You did the same thing to me?
That was just a threat. I was never gonna dump you.
This is all your own fault. No matter how coldly you treated him, your father never said a word. So you guys just went with it. You both took his kindness for granted.
You're kidding me. We let him live with us and he should thank us for it. Even after the old man became disabled, we still let him live with us.
Why should he thank you guys for that? He was happier moving out of the house. If he stayed home, he would only be treated coldly by you and your mother.
Shut up. Old people, they're happiest at home.
You kept your father in the house because you were stingy with the money. It costs a lot to put him in a nursing home. But if you let me take care of him, there's no cost, and that's convenient.
You're good for nothing. I gave you a job. You're trash. You're a joke. Don't you guys think you can get away with this?
You still take such a high-handed attitude. I'm really stunned by you.
Whatever the old man does, I'm the heir to his fortune. Answer me. Where's the old man? I'm gonna take all his fortune away from him.
Your father is in a nursing home. And I think his fortune is pretty much gone. Your father paid in advance for his 5 years nursing home cost. The cost of a nursing home is so expensive. All the money and savings he made from selling things are almost gone.
Almost?
The fortune is your father's, so it's up to him how he wants to use it. There's nothing you can do about it now. Unfortunately, I doubt there's any money for you to inherit, because there's nothing left.
Tell me where the old man is.
Are you going to hit him? Then I won't tell you. I've alerted the nursing home that his family may try to harm him. If you go visit, you'll probably be accompanied by a security guard.
Stop mocking me!
We just did what we had to do to protect ourselves. How much longer are you going to keep up with that attitude? You should have a better understanding of the position you're in.
Good morning. I'm sorry about last night. I got mad and said a lot of terrible things to you. Again, I'd like to have a discussion with you.
I don't care. I'm used to getting this attitude from you. So is your father.
I treated my father terribly too. My mom and I are both sorry for what we've done. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you've changed your attitude a lot. You seem to have finally figured it out. Our positions have been completely reversed.
I just realized. We were a little too selfish.
Are you trying to win over me? You're worried about our property division, aren't you? If I take your property, you'll have nothing left.
My mom is broke now. I'll have to take care of her financially.
Yes, that's right. Your mother has never had a job, and I don't think she can even find a job.
So I'm trying to leave some savings on the table.
In other words?
I want a 50-50 split of the property, please?
No, I don't want to.
Are you serious?
You have been so selfish all this time. That's enough. Why don't you try to live modestly and without luxuries from now on?
It's not like we're short on money, but I can't live like this.
But you still have a job. Your mother has her pension too.
Still, it's a far cry from what it used to be. How could she suddenly reduce her quality of life after decades of living in luxury?
How naive are you at this point? You two have no choice but to reduce your quality of life. There's no other option. There's no way you can do what you've been doing, no matter how much your mother cries and screams.
That's not what I'm saying.
You can't afford to be extravagant anymore either. You should have had a better paying job. You didn't choose a job seriously because you thought you were going to inherit all your father's fortune.
I didn't think you would make such a crazy move. I can't believe you demolished the house.
Your father didn't hesitate. He said he had nothing but bad memories of that house. He built that house for his family. I really felt sorry for him.
No matter how angry he was, he didn't have to go this far, did he?
Doesn't that mean his resentment was that deep? I only lived there for 5 years since I married you, but your father lived with you guys for decades. Kind people are indeed scary when they get angry. I can't believe you were so easily abandoned. Guess we found out who was the baggage. My husband and I then proceeded with our divorce through the attorney. I was able to prove the emotional distress I was suffering from my husband. Most of the property became mine. As for the property division between my ex-husband's father and mother, his mother's share was none. And my ex-father-in-law and I each got divorced. My ex-husband and his mother lived together, but they couldn't suddenly drop their standard of living because his mother tried to live the same way she did when she was spoiled by my ex-father-in-law's money. My ex-husband had no choice but to go into debt, and that's why he and his mother's relationship crumbled. I reconnected with my childhood friend shortly after I moved back to my hometown, and we started dating. And then we got married. I was so concerned about my ex-father-in-law that I went to see him once a year. He died exactly 5 years later. He got cancer in his later years. He lived until the last minute to ensure the cost he had already paid was not refunded to his son. I guess that's how much he resented him.
Hey, sister-in-law. I'm engaged now. Please celebrate with me.
Oh, wow! Congratulations, Tessie!
Thank you. Can you tell my brother that I am engaged?
From me? You should tell him since it's something to celebrate.
He is pretty annoying, so I don't want to talk to him. He says mean things to me for everything I do. If I tell him that I'm engaged, he will probably give me another boring talk.
Like what?
Like, don't bother your fiancé. You will get married, so be mature and stuff. He is more annoying than my parents.
I think he's just worried about you because you're his sister. I don't think he's saying that to be mean.
Well, I don't care what he says to me anymore. I don't want him to ruin this happy moment. So can you tell him since you're his wife?
Okay, then I will. Is your fiancé the guy working at the investment bank?
What? That's so long ago. I broke up with him long ago.
Oh, was it that long ago?
Yeah, that's a very long time ago. And I went out with like 5 guys after I broke up with him.
That many? Wow.
I was trying to find the one. You know, you can never tell who is the right guy to get married to until you go out with them. That is why I always had a spare guy.
Spare?
like a marriage candidate.
Wait, you were not cheating on them, were you?
I've dated several guys at the same time, married before I turned 30. I wasn't married, so it's not illegal to date several guys.
So there's a strict screening process if you go out with them.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, income is important, and jobs with future potential are important too. Oh, and their parents' income is another important factor.
Wait, their parents have to be rich too?
If their parents are poor, then even if my husband is rich, it means nothing, because their money will be spent on their parents. I don't want to send money to their parents.
Oh, so you got engaged to the guy who passed the strict screening.
Yes, he is a doctor. His parents are both doctors, and his father is the director of a hospital. Also, his grandpa earned a lot of money in real estate.
Oh, wow. That's a rich family.
He's good looking too. He's the best.
But I bet there are more reasons why you chose him. Other than the money. What do you like about him?
Huh? The money is the only reason.
But you're marrying him because you love him, right?
Well, basically, yeah.
Basically.
I love him. He has everything. After his parents die, there will be lots of inheritance that I can use. I am so excited.
Don't say that.
Well, it's true. I can be rich. I tried so hard to make him fall in love with me.
Yeah, that's amazing. How did you make him fall in love with you?
He was the hardest one. Probably because he grew up in a doctor family. He's got strong morals. I did volunteer work to be appealing to him.
You did volunteer work?
I went to dog shelters and I took care of the dogs. The dogs were annoying. And it was such a hard time.
Well, maybe it's rude to say, but I didn't think you liked doing volunteer work and such.
Of course I don't. Working for no money is ridiculous. I quit that dog shelter volunteer halfway through.
Oh. You can actually quit halfway through?
I left the job to the others. Well, I participated in a volunteer, so it's okay. Participation is the most important part, not completing it.
I see.
It takes an effort to get married with good guys.
So, when is the wedding? You have the money, so I bet it is going to be a gorgeous wedding.
Yes, it is going to be a big wedding. The wedding is a year later, and it'll be held at the beautiful Ocean View Chapel.
A year later! How exciting!
I will prepare a lot for the wedding. I want it to be perfect wedding that anyone would admire. I have to tell everyone that I succeeded.
You're really going all out, aren't you?
Of course. It was my goal to marry a rich guy and have a gorgeous wedding ceremony. The after party is going to be a big party too. But would you come?
I'll pass. My daughter is still small and she'll be tired.
Yeah? It's okay. Just attend the wedding. Please look forward to it.
I'm sorry, Jesse. I can't make it to your wedding.
What? Why?
My daughter just got into an accident.
An accident?
A cyclist crashed into her during our morning walk. And we're now at the hospital.
Oh, just got hit by a bicycle. Not a big accident.
Actually, she hit her head pretty hard. She is still unconscious. We're having tests done right now, so we can't attend your wedding.
Wait. I prepared for this big day for a year, and you're going to cancel at this last minute?
I'm so sorry, Jesse. We were so excited to attend your wedding. But I can't go since my daughter is in critical condition.
Then just leave your daughter at the hospital and come. Just leave her.
I can't leave my daughter. Your brother is contacting your mother right now. It doesn't affect your wedding even if we aren't there, right?
No, it does. You guys have a role.
Rule?
You will accompany me when I leave the venue during the wedding.
What? You never told me.
Of course I didn't tell you because it was a surprise. Don't ruin my plan.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, just come.
I can't. I'm so worried about my daughter.
Why did she have to get in an accident today?
Yeah, not a good day. I feel bad for ruining the celebratory mood.
Ugh, this is why I hate little kids. If you're a mom, then always keep an eye on your daughter. If you can't take care of your children, then don't make babies.
Calm down, Jesse. Your plan might be a little different, but even if we're not there, your wedding will not be ruined, right?
I want everything to be perfect. I can't allow my schedule to get screwed up. You are ruining my wedding that I have prepared for a year.
Please, Jesse. Please understand. It's an emergency situation. I have to stay with her.
I don't care what happens to your daughter.
What?
I should be the first priority. Your stupid daughter just didn't look and ran into a cyclist, right? It's your daughter's fault. So leave her at the hospital.
No, the cyclist didn't look and hit her. She's the victim.
The biggest victim is me. Don't embarrass me.
You won't be embarrassed. If you explain, your husband and his parents will understand.
I don't want them to know that my stupid brother and his wife can't take care of their kids. It's all because of your kid. So terrible. You should have put her on the leash.
Stop it. I feel sorry, but I think that's too rude to say.
I am telling you the truth. It is so rude to cancel attending the wedding of your sister-in-law.
Your brother is lost for words too.
So what? You two are both rude.
Is your wedding that important? More important than human life?
At least more important than your stupid kid.
I can't believe it. Anyways, we cannot attend your wedding.
The rehearsal is going to be held in an hour. There's also the introduction of my relatives, so come now.
What are you saying? I said we're not coming.
It doesn't matter. It's your daughter's fault for getting into an accident.
Are you blaming my daughter again? I said my daughter is the victim.
The reason she's hurt is because she lacks attention. Leave her and come to our wedding. If she's unconscious, then you can just leave her. She will not notice. I won't allow your absence.
You're so cruel. Your husband is next to me and he is shocked.
My brother is your husband.
No, I mean your husband. My husband is here too, but your husband is here too.
What are you saying? No way. He was here just now until I entered the makeup room.
I called him to come now.
What? Are you kidding me?
It only takes 15 minutes to get to the hospital from the wedding venue.
What? The wedding is starting soon. What's he doing?
Your attitude is unbelievable. I wanted to show your attitude to your husband. You act differently in front of him, right?
No, that's not true.
What is not true? You said to me you wouldn't allow us to be absent even if our daughter is unconscious? And your wedding is more important than my daughter's life?
That is because I was so mad.
Your husband is so shocked. He has good morals, and he works to improve lives. So he will not let that go.
Did you set me up? Who thought about this? My brother or you?
This is not the time to worry about that. You should be worried about letting your husband down. He is definitely disgusted by your attitude.
Don't you know how hard I tried to marry him?
Yeah, you even did volunteer work that you disliked. Well, You quit and left the work to the others.
Don't tell him that!
Oh, and I told him about how you got close to him because of his money. You said you were looking forward to his parents passing away and being able to spend their inheritance.
I didn't say that. Don't lie.
I'm not lying. It's in the chat history.
Don't say anything more.
I always thought you were so annoying. Shh. Oh, your husband is going back there now. I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Everything is ruined. It's all your fault.
Whatever you say, I don't care. I don't know what is happening there.
He canceled the wedding.
Oh, he changed his mind. After knowing your real side? No wonder why.
You set me up.
No, you set yourself up. And we tried to help your husband. If his wife is cruel, like you, then he would have such a hard time living.
Stop it! His parents stared at me too.
Oh, his parents finally know your real side too. But is it possible to cancel the wedding on the day?
No one has done it before. My parents suggested to have the wedding today, but he didn't allow it.
Yeah, of course he didn't.
He said if he gets married to a woman like me, it's a disgrace to the family. What does he mean by disgrace?
Disgrace is a disgrace. Your personality is not as he had imagined. And you don't seem to love him.
What are you saying? Anyone would at least try to be a nice lady when they fall in love. He cancels the wedding for such a little thing.
Yes, anyone would try to be a nice lady, but you're too much. His decision cannot be controlled by anybody, so give it up.
Don't say that. I had my whole life on this big wedding day. I can't quit this.
Then what about just having your wedding forcefully? Your husband is not into it, but go for it. I have never seen such a horrible wedding.
Stop it.
You don't know who is listening, so you shouldn't say whatever you want to say. If you want to be a nice lady, be a nice lady. Not only to your love, but to everyone. Jessie tried to convince her husband, but he paid the wedding cancellation fee. And under the condition that he apologized to the attendees, the wedding was canceled, as he wished. However, when he apologized to the attendees, he revealed the reasons why, and Jessie was humiliated. This was revealed after, but Jessie was in a lot of debt. Apparently, she spent all her money when she was looking for a husband-to-be. Clothing, cosmetic surgery, and so much she'd spend on. She probably thought she could pay it off when she marries a rich man. But now she has to pay it back on her own, and now she's been pushed to the brink of bankruptcy. My daughter, on the other hand, recovered and left the hospital a week later. There was no brain damage, just a concussion. I am so relieved for her quick recovery. After that, I haven't seen Jessie, and I haven't been contacting her. And I will never want to be involved with her again.